We're going to have some fun in this video today, guys. We all know what the best performing asset of 2019 was. In today's video, I'm going to give you guys a peek into what I would do if this asset hits those crazy 100K numbers that they've been talking about. So stay tuned.
I just got that money swag.
Bitcoin is projected to hit 10 million, 100 million. Ripple's supposed to hit 100K. Ethereum's supposed to hit 10K. It's been all types of crazy numbers. Based off some of the market caps, I don't believe in some of them. Like I don't think Ripple can hit 100K or 10K. I saw something crazy. Like the market capitalization would be trillions and trillions of dollars if it hit that. I don't think that's a thing. But let's say Bitcoin can 10x after the halving, and let's say I'm able to hit my goal of acquiring 3 Bitcoin. I got over 1 right now. So let's say I'm able to hit 3 and it hits 100,000. First things first, cashing out. I don't care if it's supposed to go to 10 million the next day. I'm taking my 300 bands and I'm just
Gonna make it rain.
going to enjoy that, just smile, feel good for a little while when the money actually transferred to my bank account, and I'll probably just smile, look at it for a little bit because I never had that much money before. And then next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just create a separate savings account and move the money to a savings account, the money for taxes. So basically I'm gonna take 100,000, 33%. I'm gonna put that to the side for taxes ahead of time because I'm gonna have some short-term capital gains, some long-term capital gains. I'm just gonna put 100K to the side. So that leaves me with $200,000. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pay off my student loans, which is like 20 bands. So that leaves me with 180. I'm gonna give my mom 20 bands. So that leaves me with 160. And so I'm just taking care of my mom. Some guys like, you got 200,000, you got 300, but you gave your mom 20. But that's really like 10% of what I was able to make. I would give her 20, and then I'll still give her stuff out of the cash flow. And once I start making money off the money, but 20 bands all up front, and then 20 bands pay off my student loans. So now I'm moving more debt free, feeling a little freer. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is do something I want to do just for fun kind of way. For me, investing is fun. They have this investment down in Panama City. I would probably just do it. I believe it's 18, let's just call it 20. It's 20K for a parcel of coffee land. 20K for a parcel of coffee land. It's supposed to get deeded to you in your name, and then you own the land, and they farm coffee on it. I would love to get a little piece of farmland in my portfolio, so I'll put 20K in there, just to say I did it. Just to say I got farmland down there, blase blase. Just a little trophy, so when I'm talking with other investors, I can say, hey, I done this, that kind of stuff, and fun for me, just something to do, and I'll make some money on it, and it gives me access to getting a Panamanian visa. I know the passport situation is kind of tough, so that leaves me. So now that 60K leaves me with 140K. Next thing, so we're going to pretend like it happened like today. So next thing I'm going to do is, since I didn't sell my other house, I owe like 50 on it. I'm going to pay 50 and pay the house off. That way that just frees up, the house is just all cash flow minus capex, maintenance, and taxes and insurance. So I pay the house off now. Currently I'm running the house off for $13.75. Mortgage is like $5. And I put a couple dollars to the side for repairs. So now for like $500, I'd be able to like put money to the side for repairs for everything. So I was running off for $13.75, but I probably would just drop it down to like $1,200. And basically I've got $700 in cash flow coming in every month. So we can even bump it up to $600. So I got $600 a month in cash flow coming in every month from that property, because now it's freed up from that mortgage. And that's just money, you know what I mean? So I got $600 from cash flow coming in just from that house. That boosts my portfolio, boosts my returns. There's no debt on it. So if I don't have a tenant in there, it's not killing me or anything like that. So that's what I would do. And that's going to leave me with $90,000. So with that $90,000, I'm going to take 30K, invested in discounted notes. So I will put the video to the book that I read on it below by Mr. Amed Hazel. So for that video, check it out. It talks more about non-performing mortgage loans, but basically, I would pick up. I would invest with somebody who knows more about it. But like, I would pick up like a mortgage from a bank, and with that mortgage, I would try and get it performing again, and then I would collect that. So basically, similar situation to a landlord, except I'm not responsible for repairs. You might as well just think of it like that. I'm not responsible for repairs to the property. The person technically isn't a tenant, but they're paying monthly just like a tenant, and I have certain things that I'm responsible for and I have to do, but they aren't as extensive as a landlord. So I will put 30K into that, and I can't project the returns because I've never done it before. So we got that, and then so that leaves me with 60K. So 10K, I'm gonna take 10K, put it in tax-free municipal bonds, and just put that there, and just, you know, with that I'll probably get like 4%. So if I put 4% tax-free, 4%, let's say 3%, I'm cool with that. So I just let 10 bands sit right there, accumulate a little bit, cash equivalent, so I can take it out rather quickly, no taxes on it, so it's just all my money. And then with that 50K, this is where I'll put a slide up at the end of the video, but that was a call from one of my tenants. I just wanted to include this in the video so you guys as landlords see, if you want to be a landlord, people are going to have access to you throughout the day, and some of the people watch my channel for the landlord information. So I just wanted to throw that in there to let them know, like, hey, things come up, it's not scary, handle the tenant and then get back to your life. So let's get back to the video. We're in with my last 50K, and with my last 50K, I'm going to take it and invest it in stocks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to invest it in dividend stocks because I like to have cash flow. So I'm going to take that 50K, 25%, and I'll just do it in ETFs, ETFs and ETF equivalent type things. So first thing I'm going to invest in, large cap dividend stock, large cap US dividend stock. Put 25% of the money in there, and then I'm going to put a slide up at the end of the video so you guys can see the allocation that I came up with. And then just real quick, not investment advice, just got to put that in there too. And then second thing I'm going to invest in, international stocks. Get some international exposure, get a little higher dividend yield. Next thing I'm going to invest in is REITs. I'm going to put a little couple dollars in the REITs and keep my money in there because of, you know, real estate. They have to give out a high percentage of what they make. So that's good to have in your portfolio. Increase the dividend a little bit. Then the next thing I'm going to invest in, the first thing 25% a piece. Next thing 12.5. So 12.5% of the money I'm going to invest in a business development company. Basically, think Silicon Valley angel investor type stuff. That's kind of what they do. So think about that, like companies that develop businesses along that lines. Not exactly like that. That's oversimplified, but think about that. And then with the other half, that's going to get like 8.5% yield. And with the other 12.5%, I'm going to invest in an ETF for bonds. So U.S. Treasuries. So to balance out that and volatility between those two, so the overall portfolio is going to have like a little under 4%, and I'm comfortable with that. And that 4% on 50K is going to be $2,000. So $2,000 a year, which is pretty good, plus 7,200 from the property. So that's 97 or so. 97 for income. I'm getting close with that $300,000 infusion of capital. I'm getting close to being able to, you know, retire. If I wanted to move overseas, be able to retire back home, probably be a little bit harder. But I'm getting, with that, I'm almost retired, you might as well say, because I got 9,700 coming in, plus the property in Panama once the coffee gets growing and stuff, like 10% overall, but let's just do half of that. So half of 20 is 10. and then 5% of 10 is 500. So that's like, now we're at like $1,100 or so. So we got 1,100 plus whatever I can make on the mortgage note investing. So we're looking at close to $1,000 a month, which is around what I need to even consider like being retired. So basically there. So that's the difference between me retiring and not retiring and that kind of stuff. Also, I know some people were probably like, man, I know what he's going to put on there. It was hard for me not to say, all right, I'm going to take $200,000. I'm going to take half that money, buy me a little spot in Envigado, Los Reales, and just kick my feet up and just chill. And then use the other $100,000 to, invest, do stuff like that. Right now, I don't think that's the best way to do it. But so I'm just giving you like a more reasonable way I will put my money. But that was close. That was close to me putting that money there. Just putting that 100,000 down, just putting it there, and then using that other $100,000 to try and parlay into something else with that other 100K. But with this strategy, I know for sure I can bank, not for sure, but I can bank on getting close to like 9-10K if I do this, 9-10K a year. That's a significant raise, 9-10K a year off of like this strategy. And if I were to buy the property, I'm not going to be able to rent it because I'm going to be living in it. So it's going to be I'm spending a lot of money to acquire a liability because all it's going to do is suck money out, and then I have 100K to play with to try and make that difference up. If I do all dividend stocks on 100K, that's 4 bands. So that's 4 bands a year. So I'm gonna have to get creative and do a lot of stuff with that 100K to turn it into enough to get close to the 10 bands. That's why I went against it. But who knows how I feel if that money hits my pocket. So just know, like, if I just post a video, hey, I'm here. Just know if Bitcoin hits 100K, I cashed out. And if I just post a video in Colombia the next day, just know what I did with the money. But like I said, this video is just for fun. I'm gonna put a slide up at the end so you guys can see the dividend stocks I was talking about. Real quick, down and dirty, what I would do with if I got a random 200,000 after taxes or $300,000 before taxes. Let me know what you guys would do if you guys encountered a similar situation. So this is Nick signing out.